Hi, welcome viewers. Today I want to do a video that I wanted to do for a really long time. That is the answer to the question. Can we stick weld a flex pipe back into the exhaust pipe if you wanted to replace one? But before we begin, please like and subscribe if you like the content on this channel. It really helps me decide what videos to make next. And my inspiration for this video is because I was really in this situation before myself. I was having so many exhaust problems that I wanted to know if I could just purchase a basic stick welder to fix my exhaust issues. And I thought that this might really help you as well if you're in the same situation. Well, the question is, why would it not work? Right? If you bring your car into the shop, exhaust shop, they're just going to weld it as well. So why couldn't you weld it with a stick welder? Well, the reason why is that thin metal is very difficult to weld with a stick welder. Its penetration is too high. As well, a stick welder stinger is pretty hard to control around a round pipe. You just don't have the control like a flex core or a MIG based system. As well, one thing that people often overlook, the difference between stick welding and flux core or a wire fed system, is that you can't stop when you want to. Once the arc is lit, you got to keep going. Fortunately, the section that we want to weld on the flex pipe is a little thicker than the usual exhaust tubing. Exhaust tubing is usually a 16th inch. However, the flex pipe where it welds and where it joins is about an 1/8 inch. So it still be hard, but it's not going to be impossible. Here in this video, I'm using a 6011 3/32 of an inch electrode, and I'm running it at about 48 amps and arc force of 7. The arc force 7 on my machine means that 70% of the available power of the welder is available if the arc length gets too short. My welder is 160 amps. In order to set the amperage correctly, you must look at the puddle as you're welding. If the puddle is getting too long, you're setting the amperage too high. If it takes too long to fill, the amperage is too low. Setting the arc force on your machine, if it's adjustable, I would approach it as set no arc force until you have trouble running the downhill section of the pipe. As you're going downhill, if you find yourself sticking, then just turn the arc force up a little. I'm using the whip and pause technique for this video. Usually for the 611 rod, whipping and pausing is not necessary, but in this case, I have gaps in the pipe. It's not a perfect fit, and there's certain portions of it which are open rooted, so we have to use the whip and pause technique. Otherwise, we just burn a big hole. You may have practiced the whip and pause technique on a flat plate, but until you try to do an open root weld, you will not come to appreciate the subtleties in the whip and pause motion. For example, when you're whipping and pausing to come back to fill the crater, you have to make sure you really see the crater filling up. Otherwise, when you whip forward again, you just leave a hole. When you don't fill your craters up on a flat plate, it looks like undercut, or it looks like your bead was just, for some reason, was just very skinny. But on an open root weld like this, what will happen is that you'll notice your puddle won't follow you, and you'll end up blowing a hole. Another reason why the puddle may not seem to follow you is because your amperage is too low. You're not filling the crater fast enough. So here it is, guys, cleaned up a bit. I'll let you decide whether you think it's possible to stick weld a flex pipe.